if anybody had to hand anyone a photo album of me, it'd be like, one picture on our iPhone. But this thing was backwards, and you're going to see some really cool photos. What I didn't do was time the slideshow to my comments here. I will say that Diana also helped me with a bio. And I've known Kim, I think now for 7 or 8 years, but this bio was like 172 pages long and it started the day Kim was born. I'm not going to read that whole thing to you guys. I narrowed it down to about a page and a half. So this may go in order, it may not. Certainly this slideshow is chronological and you're going to really like it. If you can't see far enough, get up there and check it out. So there's some great photos in here. Born in Idaho Falls, the third of Dwayne and Sally Wagner's 5 children, Kim Wagner started riding horses at a very early age. Kim's dad did a lot of horse trading, and Kim was on his first horse at the age of 6. Looks like fun up there. By age 12, it was Kim and younger brother Shane's job to get all the horses broke and ready to sell. They'd ride what they could in pleasure, musical chairs, equitation, and bareback in 4-H shows. That's going to be amazing. We'll figure it out. At age 15, Kim took one of his dad's horses to his first AQHA show. And it was at this show that Kim somehow decided that training horses was what he wanted to do for a living. The first horse Kim showed was a horse named Buck. Anybody guess why? No one could ride it. Kim kept that horse all through high school, competing in calf roping, team roping, and 4-H events. Since he couldn't make Buck, Kim also rode bucking horses through high school. At this time in his life, Kim met a guy named Barney Hines. Barney Hines was pretty influential in Kim's life for more than one reason. One, he was pretty heavily involved in AQHA. And 2, he was the father of Kim's now longtime wife, Diana Wagoner.
No, he wasn't.
What?
Dale Fisher was my father.
You gave me bad information. I didn't make this stuff up.
Don't know Barney Hines, thank you.
Who's Barney Hines?
He was a horse trainer.
All right, never mind. We'll get to that part in a minute here. You didn't know he was your dad. So that's what you have to do to get second aid.
I wrote it one way.
I wasn't there. All right, moving on. Kim's son Matthew was born in 1977, and Kim decided that riding horses alone wasn't enough to pay the bills. So he went down to Ardmore, Oklahoma to horseshoeing school. Now he was ready for the big payday. He could ride horses and shoe horses. Kim started attending ray hunt clinics at this time, and to this day will affirm the effect that this man had on his life. Other noted influences in Kim's life, one of them sits in this room, and one of them is one of our sportsmanship award winner, Francisco Zamora, and Noel Skinner. Kim moved to Wisconsin for a couple of years in the early 80s, 81 to 83, to train and show pleasure horses, and was very successful. Moved back to Idaho Falls in 1983 and began training horses on his own again. Again, Diana Wagner's father. Not that guy, I'm just going to say your dad. Was a big influence at that time. After having known each other for many years, in 1991, according to Diana, Kim and Diana fell madly in love and were married. Together, the two of them raised Diana's 2 daughters, Dale Marie and Tiffany, along with Kim's son Matt. Who wouldn't fall in love with that?
I'm sorry.
By the way, I'm picking out hundreds of photos, the finest ones you could possibly see. In 1995, Kim moved to Utah to train horses in Harriman for Sharon Fraser. Diana and the rest of the family would join them in 1996. And Diana, you can keep correcting me if I'm wrong, but Copper Hills Equestrian Center became the new home to Wagner Performance Horses. In 1998, Kim dedicated his program to reining, roping, and rein cow horses. Kim's not going to like hearing this part of it because it sounds, it's something you don't usually hear from Kim. But he had some huge professional accomplishments. And at sake of embarrassing him, one includes the 1999 NRHA Futurity finalist. He was a 2000 NRHA Intermediate Open Derby champion and co-champion. And he was a 2004 Reserve Hackamore champion at the NRCHA Snafflebit Show. Morris isn't here tonight, but in 2005, Kim missed the finals of the NRHA Futurity on one of Morris Palmer's horses. He's won numerous IRHA year-end awards in the Open, Intermediate Open, and the Novice Horse. I think what Kim would like probably more than hearing about his own accomplishments were some of the folks who would certainly say that their careers started and they have been very successful because of him. Trainers that learned under Tim or were tutored under Tim include Del Hendricks. What?
You said Tim.
No, Kim.
Okay.
Enough of you, Glenn.
I love you too, Greg.
Del Hendricks. I've been talking all night. What do you
All
want?
right, I'm sorry.
Mark Madsen. Some folks that I think we all know, Preston and Nathan Kent. Trent Ford. Brandon Burnett. And Jason Gay. Other major accomplishments from those who learned from Kim included 2000 NRHA Derby Youth Champion, 3 top 10 finishers at the Affiliate Championships in Oklahoma City, and several IRHA year-end non-pro championships. Kim's been a huge contributor to the development and continued success of this organization. He's a teacher, he's been a referee, he's been a judge, an advisor, certainly a laborer, if and when the club needed him most. He has a reputation, he's a very honest guy, and in some cases, it's been reported that even at the risk of taking money out of his own pocket. Diana reports that when the subject comes up, Kim's fond of saying, "Only one man looks back at me in the mirror." Kim and Diana now have 8 grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren, and Kim continues to train excellent non-pro reining horses out of Coyote Creek Equestrian Center in Saratoga Springs. He continues to volunteer as an IRHA board member and has been an incredible help to me over the past 2 years. Ladies and gentlemen, the most deserving inductee into the IRHA Hall of Fame, Mr. Ken Wagoner.
What's your dad's name?
Dale.
Speak English, sir.
Buenos dias, neighbors.
English.
Quite a surprise and quite an honor. Thank you, Greg. Very, very, very nice presentation. For once, I don't have much to say. It is an honor to be included in this with people that have been inducted in this before me. Noel Skinner, Lucky Doherty, Francisco Zamora, Jim Montgomery. We spend our whole lives doing what we love to do, training horses. God knows why, but we do it. There's no money to be made, or very little to make a living, but it has way more to do with things like this. Who you get to know, the people you create friendships, relationships with over the years, people who have the same passions, and the same loves of the horse, the racing horse. And so that's what it's really